what is the real cost of driving this Tesla 10,000 miles. We're also going to compare it to the real cost of driving that diesel truck 10,000 miles. The results might surprise you. So we're going to start in the truck. This is a 2021 Ram 2500 heavy duty truck. Diesel, it's like a 6.7 liter Cummins or something, big engine, uses a lot of fuel. This is sort of the company truck. It gets tossed around a little bit. So let's go ahead and see how many miles we have on this thing. There's 20,760 miles. And what I'm going to do is basically just get an average based on my average fuel economy of how much it costs to drive this per mile. All right, so right here is my overall fuel economy. I don't think I've ever reset this since I bought the truck, and we're getting 14.8 miles per gallon. So we've got 20,760 miles on it. Divide that by 14.8. We have used 1,402 gallons of diesel fuel. That's a lot of fuel. If you multiply that by the current rate of diesel fuel, so this is September of 2022. I think I just filled it up yesterday. I think it was $4.59 a gallon. At one point it was almost $6 though. We've got our grand total of $6,438 to drive this truck 20,700 miles. So we're going to take that number and divide it by 20,760 miles. And that gives us our average of 31 cents a mile. So every single mile I drive this thing, it costs me 31 cents. We're going to do the same thing with the Tesla and see what we get with that. All right, so now we're in the Tesla. We've got the total distance that we have driven this car, and it's 10,996 miles, but it also tells you the total energy, which I think is pretty cool. So it gives you that in kilowatt hours. So we have used 3,142 kilowatt hours to go 10,996 miles. I've got an electric bill from the shop here in Latrobe. This price is obviously going to vary around the country a little bit. I don't think it will vary too much from this, but the price of electricity here in Latrobe is 10.1 cents per kilowatt hour. So what I'm going to do is take that 3142 that we have, multiply that times 0.101. That's the 10.1 cents per kilowatt hour. And the number that you get is really astounding. $317.34 to drive this car 10,996 miles. That's insane. I'm going to divide that by 10,996, and that gives us our average of 2.88 cents a mile. Absolutely mind-blowing. So we promised you we'd tell you exactly how much it costs to drive a Tesla 10,000 miles. All right, so 31 cents a mile in the truck times 10,000, just so we can get an accurate comparison here. We would be looking at $3,100 to drive the truck 10,000 miles, or $288.60 to drive the Tesla. So literally more than 10 times more expensive to drive the truck than it is to drive the Tesla. That's almost how much it costs to fill the tank in that when the fuel price was at the top. On top of that, the maintenance on that truck, I've got to put fuel filters in it every 10,000 or something, and they were like $600 or $800. There's oil changes that takes like gallons of oil. This has absolutely nothing besides tires. On top of the fuel, I also have to put DEF fluid in that, which is diesel exhaust fluid. So this is DEF fluid. This is diesel exhaust fluid. It's supposed to make the exhaust clean to save the polar bears. You hold it in there?
Yeah, I'll hold it for you.
We think this is bad. Wait till we try to take a trip in the Tesla, and we have to stop every 3 hours to charge it for an hour. So that adds to the cost as well. This has no maintenance. We're not putting brakes on this or anything because all of that's done with the engine. I'm a big car guy. I love big engines. I love horsepower. You've heard me say it a million times, but Tesla has something figured out. This electric car thing is pretty cool. If you're looking at it strictly from an economic point of view, it is way cheaper to operate this than it is to operate that.